Hi, my name is Brett McKenzie, and this is my Module 1 About Me assignment. First, a little information about my background. I am a 7th grade English teacher. I work at Evans Middle School in Ottumwa, Iowa. Our school is a Title I school, so about 65 to 70% of our students receive free or reduced lunch. The demographic is roughly 70% white, 20% Hispanic, and 10% other, which is a majority made up of Black and Pacific Islander. We have a meatpacking plant in town, and so we get a lot of immigrants from Mexico as well as from different African or Asian countries. So our numbers are increasing in minority demographics currently. I have 6 years experience as a teacher. I'll be going into my 7th year. I am a coach for JV girls basketball, and I'm also the varsity boys soccer coach. And a little about my family: I have a wife, Erin, of about 5 years, and we have one daughter, Claire, who's 19 months old. Some reflection on data in my school. I have here just kind of the process of collecting data. We have a school improvement coordinator who oversees the data and what to do with it. So they collect it by teachers or through testing, analyze the data, talk with the administration, and then push out different programs or ways to utilize that data. Also, PLC formative tasks are a way that we use data and analyze data in a smaller, more departmentalized way. Now, the way that data is used, in some aspects, it's nice because we have someone who is able to take that job and kind of work between the teachers and the administrators, although it does pose somewhat of a problem sometimes because often the teachers are overlooked when it comes to discussion of the data and interpretation of the data, because we have someone who does that as a job. So we could do a better job of communicating. For example, our special ed department will be changing next year and moving to a different program for reading, but they never looked at the old data from the old program. It was just off of the recommendation of the department head who wanted that change, but they didn't look at the data of what they had before. So it does pose kind of a problem because that data was not utilized properly, I don't think. And we'll see what happens going forward. Personal critique. Ways that I collect data in class: exit tickets, also sometimes just very short answer questions. We use an online English program, so I can get 2-3 sentence answers and then be able to look at them quickly to gauge if they understand it and what to do the next day. I think that I struggle a little bit with interpreting that data and figuring out, okay, so I notice I have a problem. What's the best way to modify instruction to help all the students and to not slow down some of the students who are ahead, but also to make sure I'm not leaving students behind. But I do think I do a pretty good job of figuring out, okay, these students don't get it, these students do. What's my next step? My plan, biggest thing I want to do is study the connection between data and changes in instruction. I think it's important to not only recognize where you have deficiencies and maybe something you can do better, but also what's the best way to change it? What is the most effective way to get the change that you desire? To break down and analyze specific piece of data. I think that's something I struggle with is, where is really the weak link at and how do I fix it? So be able to figure out what that data is telling me. And last, just add to my knowledge of different ways to collect data. I mean, exit tickets and short answer questions are great, but as an English teacher, I'd like to be able to figure out other ways I can figure that out and be able to use some different strategies just in my personal classroom. And then also, as an administrator, thinking about the big picture besides standardized tests and besides just some of those larger aspects.